All right, so we are back for another podcast episode. I hope you guys are doing great. It's been a long time. I feel like I always say that it's been a long time, but I'm really trying to be more consistent with the podcast. But I will be more consistent with the podcast, and I want you to hold me accountable. So we are back for another episode. This one is going to be on YouTube as well. I started putting my podcast on YouTube. I think the last two podcasts are on YouTube on the Upgrade Talk channel. Okay, that's not going to be on my personal channel. It's going to be on the Upgrade Talk channel. So I urge you to subscribe because we're going to have a lot of great content. You're going to have access to visuals and, maybe with the guests and stuff, it's going to be more, how can I say, more alive, if I can say that way. And you can also always find the podcast on all the platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all that good stuff, right? So let's get it started, you guys. As I said in the introduction, I really truly believe that your circle of influence can make you or break you. The people that you hang around with, the people that help you make decisions, the people that kind of follow you and guide you and influence you, because it's your circle of influence. The people that influence you to make different decisions can make or break you. And I'm gonna start with just an example of athletes. Okay, you're gonna see sometimes athletes. You can see a lot of great athletes. They have all the talent in the world, but a lot of times what's going to make the difference is not just their hard work. It's not just like your talent. Is who are they connected with? Who's their agent? Who's their circle of influence? Who's their friend? Who's their family? Are they supportive? Are they helping that athlete to reach the next level? Right? You're going to see sometimes upcoming athletes, everybody's talking about them, but because they have the wrong circle of influence, because they have the wrong people around them, they start making the wrong decisions. They start partying. They start going out. They start missing practice because they feel like it's okay because they make the wrong decision. And then all of a sudden you don't hear about them anymore, right? But they had all the talent in the world. And on the other hand, you have people that might not have all that talent or have all the talent, but they're really smart with who they accept, who they allow in their bubble, who they allow to influence them to make decisions, if that makes sense, right? And you can see these are the athletes that are going to invest more money into themselves, into their diet, into their training plans, stuff like that, and that's going to reach next level, right? These are the athletes that understand that I can have all the talent in the world, but if I don't have the right support system, I can only do so much by myself. My talent itself can only bring me so far. So I need people in my life that can, maybe, I don't know, if you're competing or whatever, maybe my girlfriend is going to do the meal plan for me, or I'm going to have someone that's going to do meal plan. I have a great agent that really not just want to make money on me, but really is trying to take me to the next level and put me in front of opportunities, right? Put me in front of opportunities to grow. I have to do a part by myself, but I can only do so much by myself. I need the right people. I don't believe that you can succeed by yourself. There's no great company. There is no great team that is a one-man show. Sometimes, yes, you see one person, that is probably like the face of the company or the face of the team, but there's a whole support system. There are other teammates, there are employees, there are managers, there are a lot of people that constitute this team to help the company or the team win championships or the company to grow. I'm using two different examples here, but you get what I'm saying. Your circle of influence, the people that help you make decisions can really mess you up or elevate you. So the reason why I talk about that is I'm gonna give you something that happened in my life. I'm gonna share something that happened in my life about 2 months ago. So if you didn't know, I launched a clothing brand. So it's a sportswear brand. As you can see here, the time is now. It's called Upgrade Apparel, and we launched in September of this year, 2022, right? And I did a lot of research before launching. I spent a lot of time researching the material, where to get samples and stuff like that, and all that good stuff, where to get a good manufacturer, and all that, just to make sure that the quality was top tier. The quality was amazing, right? And I remember the first launch, just making the models try the samples, the clothing and stuff like that, and they loved it. Girls were in love with the quality, right? And when we launched, we had a lot of great comments. People were in love with the material and stuff like that. Girls were saying that it's camel toe proof, squat proof. It's not see through. The kind of V shape gives it a little vibe and stuff like that. So we were having a lot of great comments, right, about the quality of the material. And even the guys were loving the shorts and stuff like that, and the performance t-shirts and everything. So we had a great first launch when it comes to people loving the brand and loving the material and loving the quality of the products. And so I was starting to plan the next drop, the next launch, and the next launch is supposed to be hoodies, as you can see here. If you're watching on YouTube, the hoodies, crew necks, sweatpants, oversized tees, and I think that's pretty much it, right? And I remember I was talking to my manufacturer. So if you don't understand, it's like when you launch a clothing brand, it takes a long time, especially if you're dealing with manufacturers that are overseas, right? It takes a long time just to receive the package, just to receive the samples. It takes a huge amount of time, right? So I remember talking to my manufacturer about her sending me samples of the t-shirts, the oversized tee that I wanted to drop. So I sent her all the designs and everything. It wasn't perfect, but she sent them to me just for me to feel the t-shirt and to feel the material, right? So I received the t-shirts. The designs were not what I wanted them to be, but that was okay. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna send her like the adjustments and everything, right? But the material of the t-shirts were really not what I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't satisfied, right? But I was ready to lower my standards because I didn't want to go through the whole process again. Mind you, it takes about a month and a half just to receive the samples, right? From the time you start talking to the manufacturer about the next thing that you wanted to drop, to sample, from her or him from the manufacturer to do everything, to send you all the different examples, to send you the pictures, and to then print the logos and stuff, and then to receive it takes a long time. And also thinking about the fact that for most of them, they're overseas, right? So with time difference, the different time zones, they usually answer you back like when it's during the evening for you or during the night. So just going through a simple conversation can take weeks, right? So just because I was ready to lower my standards, just because I didn't want to go through the whole process again, right? And I remember my girlfriend taking the t-shirts and being like, babe, you cannot launch that. I'm sorry, you can't launch that. And it's like I knew it, but I didn't want to hear it. So it kind of hurt my ego at first, but I knew that she was right. I knew she was right. And that's what I'm saying. She could have been just a yes woman. Like, yes, babe, you're doing great. I just launch it. No. But she was like, no, babe, you cannot launch that. After the first launch that you did, you can't drop that. Like, the t-shirt are not the quality that represents your brand. Upgrade. The t-shirt itself, the t-shirt himself, like, don't represent the name of the brand, the philosophy of the brand. And I was like, man, ouch. I was like, ouch. Why you gotta do me like that? You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I told myself, she's right. So I had to go through the whole process again to get other t-shirts. But then, because she held me accountable, now I was able to order new samples, okay? But not just the t-shirts, the hoodies that you see here, the hoodies that are amazing. I also ordered the crew necks. The manufacturer sent me different types of material so I can test, But if I would have just said, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna drop that, I'm just gonna launch that first sample, I wouldn't have had like all the new samples now. She sent me all different qualities of t-shirts I can test, all different types of printing so I can test and see what I want for the next drop. She also sent me a palette with different colors and different materials, right? So it opened doors of opportunities because she held me accountable, right? So my question to you is, who's holding you accountable? Do you only have yes men and yes women in your corner, or do you really have people that want to see you grow and want to see you succeed? And sometimes if they have to tell you things that are not that pleasing to hear but are necessary, do you have that maturity to be like, you know what, that's true. That's true. You might not have to take everybody's opinion and everybody's advice, but that's what I'm saying. Your circle of influence, the people that you allow to influence you and to guide you and to give you their honest opinion. You know, the opinion of everybody shouldn't matter to you, but the opinion of a certain group of people should matter, right? And that group of people, that you have to select them like carefully, right? And maybe, I don't know, maybe you're out of shape and someone has to tell you, hey man, you need to get your things in order. You need to get your shape in order. Maybe your finances are all over the place. And I was talking to my pastor about, having someone to hold you accountable with your finances. He's like, I have someone that I have to send him or her. I don't know. I think it was a guy. I had to send him a bank statement every month, so that they can hold me accountable. I don't know if you have addiction problems. Do you have someone to hold you accountable? I don't know. You're addicted to pornography. I'm just giving an example. Do you have someone that you're willing to send him or her your internet history every month, every week, whatever, so that him or her can check on what you're watching, right? It hurts, right? It's not comfortable having someone to put you back in your place, and hold you accountable. But that's what's necessary to grow, So you have to choose these people carefully, because these are the type of people. These are people that are going to have a certain access to your life, a deeper access to your life, and you don't want to give that access to anybody and everybody, right? And also, like, do you have in your corner, in your circle of impulse, in your circle of influence, people that just complain, right? Like, do you have people that just trying to complain, trying to like throw their whole garbage on you, their whole life, all their problems, what? Like, you have to take a look at that. Do I have some people in my life, like, they don't bring that much value? They're just here to complain and take advantage. Do the people that you have in your life are only there when it's time to party and when it's time to have fun? But when it's time to, when it's time to grow, when it's time to launch a business, they're nowhere near to be found. I should sell that question. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that if you have a lot of people in your life that you can go party with, but you don't have more people in your life that you can build a business with, maybe you should check your circle of influence. And maybe you're asking yourself, why am I stuck? Because you have no one to hold you accountable. And I'm gonna do another podcast about that, about how freedom comes through discipline. If you want to be free in an aspect, you have to be disciplined. That's the only way to be free. But to be disciplined, sometimes you need an accountability partner. If you don't want to go to the gym by yourself, but you have to go to the gym, well, find someone to hold you accountable. Find an accountability partner that you're going to go to the gym with, at least to get started. Get a trainer. That's someone in your corner that has an access to your weight, that has an access to your pictures. Your pictures, your before and after pictures, your transformation pictures, that has access to your data. That knows, that can tell you, hey, you haven't trained that week. You told me that you wanted results. Isn't that what you told me? You wanted results. You wanted to lose 20 pounds. That's why you pay me, so that I can hold you accountable and I can give you expertise and information, to help you reach your goals. But then the question is, do you have that maturity? Because if you want to elevate especially when you talk about your circle of influence, you have to be willing to have hard conversation with certain people. You have to be mature enough to have people in your corner, people in your life to tell you, hey, man, that ain't it, man. I remember, I think it was about a year and a half ago. I was complaining to someone. I don't complain often, but I was complaining to one of my friends, and she told me like, man, that ain't it. I'm sorry, bro. I know you wanted me to kind of jump in the wagon with you, but that ain't it. That's not it, man. I'm not buying that. But a lot of people only have yes men and yes women in their corner. People that are just gonna go with whatever they say, and are not gonna that are not able to tell them, hey man, that's not it. That's not it. If you want my honest opinion, that's not it. You can do better. That's okay, but you can do better. The t-shirt weren't trash. They were just not up to the standard. And that's the difference. They weren't completely trash. They were just not up to the standard. So I had someone that held me accountable to my standards. So I'm going to show you right now. I have the t-shirt right here with me. So you can see here, if you are watching on YouTube, right? So this is the first t-shirt that I had, right? It's not bad, but I don't know if you can see. It has like some wrinkles. I don't know if that's a word. It's like it has some wrinkles. The design is okay, right? I had to adjust a little bit the design because the logo on the back is a little too big, and the logo in front is a little too big as well. But the t-shirt itself is not that bad. But I put it in the washer, in the dryer machine, and it shrinked because of the quality of the t-shirt, and it shrinked. So asking myself that question, do I feel comfortable selling this to people that believe in the brand? Having t-shirt that shrink, having t-shirts that shrink when you put them in the dryer all the time. I was like, I don't think so. So this is the new quality. I hope you're going to be able to see the difference. On YouTube is way more flexible, right? The feel is way, way, way better. This is just another design. As you can see here, it's upgrade season. And this one is really great, but it's not even the best, because the best quality that we had. So as I told you, she sent me different types of materials, right? And the best material is my girlfriend. She has it. She loves the material. She decided to keep them because it was too small for me. But yeah, anyways, just to tell you, like, when you have the right people in your corner, they can tell you, hey, that's not it. Go do it again. That's not it. I know you can do better. That's not it. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna buy into that. I'm not gonna buy into you complaining all the time. I'm not gonna buy into you talking behind someone's back. Maybe you're pro gossiper, and you need someone in your life to be like, hey man, can you stop? Like, is that enough? You know what I'm saying? Because if you only have people in your life that are gonna keep on gossiping with you, what kind of life do you want to live? You know what I'm saying? You want to live a life of always talking behind people's back. And as I said, if you talk behind someone's back, it means you're behind them. You're never gonna have someone in front of you talking behind your back, right? And just if you find yourself gossiping too much, maybe you need someone to hold you accountable and to tell you, hey man, hey girl, hey sis, like, you gotta stop doing that, man. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop gossiping. You gotta stop complaining. You gotta stop watching Netflix all the time. You gotta stop being lazy. You gotta stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? But that can also encourage you to do better. And that's the thing. The people that really want the best out of you, you're gonna realize the people that really want the best out of you, they can push you back in your place, but they're always gonna encourage you. They're always gonna uplift you. They're always gonna lift you up. So if I tell you something, it's not because I want you to feel bad about yourself and you're a bad person and XYZ. No, it's because I know you can do better and I want you to do better. And that's my duty as a friend, as someone that is a part of your inner circle, to demand that from you, and to expect that from you. And you're gonna have people in your life. They all they want to do is complain. If someone complains to you about something you did or did not do, but it's not in a way that is uplifting and it's not in a way that encourages you, well, maybe you should watch that person. Maybe all they do is complain. Maybe they complain a little too often, but they never encourage you. You know what I'm saying? If you are to correct, I'm going to use that word. If you are to correct someone, whether it's a friend, whether it's your children, whatever it is, it should always be in a way that encourages that person. So my girlfriend, she told me, hey babe, you can't launch that, man. I know your standards and I know the standards of your brand, and because I care, I can't let you launch that without saying something about it, right? You know what I'm saying? If maybe she could have been someone else. Maybe it would have been someone else, and I would not care that much because that person is not a part of my circle of influence. It's not someone that I value him or her's opinion that much, right? But because she's someone that is a part of my circle of influence, she's someone that I look up to in a certain way. Well, I was like, yeah, I should listen to that, right? And I don't know, maybe it applies to you. You should check, you should inspect your own life and see, do the people around me help me to grow? Do the people around me help me to elevate? If the answer is no, well, you should, I don't want to say you should like cancel these people, but you should start looking at how you can, try to elevate with these people if they're ready to elevate. Sometimes just you need someone to take the lead and be like, hey guys, hey gals, like we gotta elevate, we gotta do better. Like I want to do that with you. We gotta stop gossiping. We gotta stop being lazy. We gotta stop XYZ. And I wanna start the movement. Who's down to elevate. And the right people are gonna follow, and the wrong people are gonna fall off naturally. Trust me. When you start moving, you start growing, you start setting boundaries. Like the right people just start, leveling up with you and appearing in your life, and the people that don't belong in your life, they just start falling off. You lose contact. They start talking to you for X reason. You know what I'm saying? But always make sure that the people that are a part of your circle of influence help you to grow and help you to elevate and help you to get better and help you to point out these things that you're not doing that great, and those things that you could definitely do better at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I hope you guys liked it. So my final word is really, 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 if you're trying to elevate, you can't do it just by yourself. You need the right support system around you. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyways, I don't know where it cut, but I'm just here to conclude. Just to tell you, like, make sure you have the right people around you. Make sure that the people that when you look at your left, you look at your right, you're proud of who you have in your life. You're proud of who you have in your circle of influence, and make sure if it's not the case, you start making adjustments. You start wanting to grow for yourself. You start wanting to do better. And as I said, the right people are going to start coming in your life, and the wrong people are just going to fall off naturally. And if you don't fall off naturally, well, start slowly moving away. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys are going to leave comments, are going to share, are going to, spread the word. If you know anybody that needs to hear this, send it to them. Tag them on YouTube, whatever it is. Send them the podcast, and let's grow the community. Let's grow together. And yes, man, as I always say, get up, get dressed, and go get what's yours. Peace out.